Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to look at arithmetic sequences. And if you've completed the previous videos, linear systems, then today's lesson will be a lot easier for you. So a sequence is an ordered list of numbers, right? Here's an example of a sequence, 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, etc., all the way to n squared, and it keeps going. You can have a finite sequence or an infinite sequence. And this n squared here, we call it the nth term. And it tells us the pattern of the sequence as well, usually. And so this entire sequence can be written as n squared like this. And we use subscript notation to identify the term of the sequence. So instead of just writing 149, we can say T1 is 1, T2 is 4, T3, the third term, is 9, etc., all the way to Tn is n squared, like that. And today we are going to study arithmetic sequences. So an arithmetic sequence is a sequence where the difference between successive terms is always the same constant. And this difference number is called the common difference, and we give it the letter D. So here we have 2, 5, 8, 11. We notice that the first term is 2, and the common difference is 3, like that. Plus 3, plus 3, plus 3, like that. And so B, another sequence here, we notice that the first term is 20, and then we have 18, 16, 14, etc. And so we notice that the common difference is negative 2. Negative 2, negative 2, negative 2, like that. And so what we're going to do now is we're going to develop a formula that will give us the general term of an arithmetic sequence. So if it is an arithmetic sequence, let's start with T1 being A. Right? A, we're going to give first term. T2 is A plus D, right? That common difference. Now T3 is T2 plus D, that same common difference, but to T2. And we're going to now replace T2 with A plus D, like that. And then this simplifies to A plus 2D. So T3 is A plus 2D, like that. T4, we plug in T3 into here, like that. And this reduces to A plus 3D. So we notice a little pattern here. 3, 2D, 4, 3D, 5, 4D, like that. And so the general nth term, Tn, is n minus 1D. So A plus n minus 1D, like that. So here's a summary of that. So let Tn be an arithmetic sequence where A is the first term and D is the common difference. Then Tn is equal to A plus n minus 1 times D for integers n greater or equal to 1. And so this is something you want to ask your teacher. Is this a formula that you have to remember by heart, or will it be given to you? So make sure you ask your teacher that. Very important. So example 1, find the 15th term of the given arithmetic sequence. So here's our first sequence, 3, 5, 7, etc. So we know A, the first term, is 3. D, the difference is 2. And we're looking for the 15th term, so n is 15. So here's our equation, Tn A plus n minus 1 times D. We're looking for T15, right, the 15th term. So we're plugging in 3 like that, 15 for n, and D2 like that. And we simplify this to 31. So T15, the 15th term, is 31. So I'll do another one here. A equals 9, that's our first term. We're going down by 3, so D is negative 3, like that. We're looking for the 15th term, so n is 15. What we're looking for is T15. What is the 15th term, like that? So here's our equation. Plug in n equals 15, A equals 9, D equals negative 3, like that. And so our 15th term is negative 33. Okay, practice number 1. Find the 17th term of the given arithmetic sequence. So we have A and B. So go ahead and pause the video and answer that. Okay, we're back. So for A, our A value is 12. That's our first term. D is 4. N is 17. We're looking for the 17th term. So Tn equals a plus n minus 1d like that. We're plugging in n equals 17, a equals 12, d equals 4, and so we get 17th term being 76. B, our first term is 17, our d is negative 10 like that, and our n is 17, 17th term. So we plug in a, plug in d, plug in n, and we get T17, the 17th term being negative 143. Okay, let's do an example, different kind of problem now. So here, find the number of terms for each arithmetic sequence. So here we are given the sequence like that, and it's a finite sequence, and we want to know how many terms are there. So we notice that the first term is minus 4. D is 3. We're going up 3 every time like that. We know that our Tn value is 56, but we just don't know what the n value is. And that's what we're going to search right now. Right? How many number of terms? N is what in this sequence like that? So we have our equation. Tn is 56. A is negative 4. D is 3. And we leave n minus 1 like that because we want to find out n. So we go plus 4 to both sides like this, and divide by 3 on both sides like that. We get n minus 1 equals 20, plus 1 on both sides, n equals 21. So in other words, there are 21 terms. Okay, B, same question, 51, 46, all the way to negative 124. A is 51, D is negative 5, Tn is negative 124, n is what we're looking for. How many terms are there? N is our unknown. So we know Tn is going to be negative 124, A 51, D negative 5 like that. Minus 51 to both sides, we get this. Divide by negative 5 on both sides, we get n minus 1 equals 35. Plus 1 on both sides, n equals 36. So there are 36 terms in this finite sequence. Okay, practice number 2. Find the number of terms for each arithmetic sequence, A and B. Go ahead and pause the video and answer that. Okay, we're back. So we notice that A is 15, D is 3, our Tn is 66. We just don't know what our n value is. So we plug all that in, we get this here as such. Minus 15 to both sides, divide by 3 to both sides, n minus 1 equals 17, plus 1 to both sides, n equals 18. So in other words, there are 18 terms. Okay, B, here's our sequence. A is 24, D equals negative 4, Tn negative 48. What is our n value? Plug in Tn, plug in A, plug in D. Minus 24 to both sides, divide by negative 4 to both sides, plus 1 on both sides, n equals 19. So there are 19 terms. Okay, example 3. This is a different kind of problem here. With the two terms given of an arithmetic sequence, find the first term. So here we have T8 equals 27 and T21 equals 53. And the goal is to find A. What is the first term? A, like that. So we know we have this equation here, Tn equals A plus n minus 1d. From our T8 equals 27, we're going to plug that in. We know that T8 is going to be A plus 8 minus 1 times d gives 27, like that, which shortens to A plus 7d equals 27. So from this information, we're able to get this equation like that. And we're going to do the same thing now with T21 equals 53. T21 equals A plus n minus 1d, and we notice that n is 21, and that T21 is 53 like that. And so it reduces to A plus 20d equals 53. So now what happens is that we have two linear equations with two unknowns. And so we saw in our linear systems videos how to solve this kind of problem. And so we're going to do it by elimination here. So first and second, we're going to go first minus the second gives negative 13d equals negative 26. So d equals 2. We're then going to plug that d equals 2 into our first equation, and that gives us a equals 13. So the first term is 13. Okay, let's do another example here. B, T11 is 31, T32 is negative 32. Here's our general equation. We're going to plug in T11 equals 31 into our first equation here. So T11 is equal to 31. N is 11, so we have 11 minus 1d, so 10d like that. This is our first equation. Same thing here, T32, so T32 is equal to negative 32. N is 32, so 32 minus 1 gives 31 like that. So first equation, second equation like that. We're going to go by elimination again. First minus second, we get negative 21d equals 63. So we know d is negative 3. We're going to plug this into our first equation here, and this gives us a to be 61. So in other words, the first term is 61. Okay, practice number 3. With the two given terms of an arithmetic sequence, find the first term. So here's A and problem B. Go ahead and pause the video and answer that. Okay, we're back. A, T922, T1962. From our first information here, we get a plus 8d equals 22 like that. From our second piece of information, we get this here like that. So we have two linear equations. We're going to go second minus the first like that. And so we get 10d equals 40, d equals 4. We're going to plug this d equals 4 into our equation here. And so we get a equals negative 10. So the first term of our sequence is negative 10. Okay, B, T12, 49, T25, negative 16. From here, we get our first equation, a plus 11d equals 49. From here, we get our second equation, a plus 24d equals negative 16. We're going to go second equation minus the first equation. So 13d equals negative 65, d equals negative 5. We're going to plug that into our equation here, and we get a equals 104. And so the first term is 104. And that's it. It's that easy. I'll see you guys in the next video.